Hey y'all, I'm in the car right now. I'm just waiting for my nephew to come out of the store. But I wanted to come just to add another clip in the video, first of all, and to say that today for my workout I cut the grass. So I feel like getting active, it can mean anything. It can mean cleaning your house, doing some lawn, some yard work, even going to the store. Like anything where you're moving, do it. If you can, if you don't already have a smartwatch that calculates your steps and your calories, if you don't have one, you need to get that, just so you can be mindful of what you're doing and how much you are moving and how much you are not moving. I haven't been doing my alternate day fasting like I should have. I was doing I was doing great on it, and then I started doing like fasting for 16 and 8 or 18 up to 18 hours, around that amount of time. I was doing that for like a week because it just was things going on. And even though fasting for a whole 36 hours is easy because you don't have to think about it, you just not eating and all you're doing is drinking water, I was entertaining. So like I went out to eat, I had family over and stuff like that, so I was eating. Bad on my part, because I should put what I'm doing first ahead of everything, because this is what I'm doing for me, for my health, for my weight loss journey. I need to get back on it. So what I'm gonna do is get in my journal and write down my goals, and I am going to stick with it. I do have like a big weight loss goal. I have a lot of goals, okay? And weight loss is so tough. Let me tell y'all what I do to ensure that I lose the weight like last time, okay? Even though I had only lost 40 pounds, that 40 pounds looked significant, especially after I added the ADF, because I lost so much inflammation that even if the scale wasn't moving dramatically, the inches, it was really calculated in the inches. Like I was fitting into stuff. Like I looked, because I'm 5'7", 5'8", so I'm taller. I'm not short. I'm not considered short. So because I am considered taller, I look smaller. So when I'm anywhere under 240 pounds, if I'm 230, when I had my first round, my tummy tuck, I was 230. Matter of fact, I was 238 when I left. So 240, I was I was the same size essentially as when I had my tummy tuck. So, and that was a size that I liked, because I still had I was accentuated with the tummy tuck and the lipo and BBL. So my dimensions, to me, I loved them, even though I still at that point wasn't at my goal weight. So I am trying to get smaller than that because I want revisions. I had my second round was a breast lift and arm lift. I need a complete revision. I have a video, if you go check that out on my in my videos, where I talk about my stubborn wounds or whatever, the wounds that I had on my arm and my really my left breast around the areola, where it separated or whatever. Anyways, we'll get more into that, but you can go check that channel that video out. But I need a revision. first of all, I was still big when I went out there. Okay, like when I went and had that surgery, I was about I think I was about 250. Yeah, because the first time I went, well, it would be the second time, but I didn't get approved for surgery that time. But when I went out there, I was 270 and I wasn't approved. And then I went back, I think I was 250. And the doctor just thought I lost so much weight when I only lost 20 pounds. And he approved me for my surgery, but I was too big to be having an arm lift. Now, breast reductions, you could get that at any size, because technically when you get a breast reduction, it's typically not for aesthetics, it's for like medical purposes. So if you're having backache, shoulder pains, and all of that type of stuff, that's what that is good for. So you don't necessarily have to be a weight limit for that. But when I go back, because I really want to go back next year. I may wait till my baby make 1, which will be May 18th. And after that, go probably in the summertime, to where I'm not worried about kids getting to school and having so much more to worry about. And that way, when I get home, I'll have people will be home with me, so that when I can have help. But I want to go back next year. I really, really want to go back next year. And to be honest with you, I need revisions before I start talking about this is another procedure that I want, like a back lift or thigh lift, because I want both. Let's be honest. I'm just being honest, and I don't care what anybody says. I want to look how I want to look. And because I grew up athletic and was always fine as wine, because I grew up athletic, bruh, I was just fine, but athletically fine. And then there was a moment where I was more slim than just fine. I'm not tooting my own horn. Anybody who knows me growing up knows that I was always fine. And and having Maya young, I would say I still was at a good weight limit, to where it didn't really bother me. But I always felt some type of way about, after having her, that I wasn't able to wear like a 2-piece bathing suit, or like I just, because I had so many stretch marks. Then I had my 2 sons, and even though after them I lost weight again, and I was younger, but I lost the weight again, but I still didn't feel comfortable, which is why I had my first 2 rounds. And I've always been heavy chested, so I had a need for the breast reduction. But now I think when I go back, and I don't care if anybody wants to call me vain for this, I'm not being vain. I just want to look how I want to look. Alright, so I'm back. I know it's dark, I'm sorry, but I want to make this video while I'm out and about and I'm not at home with the kids that wants to be under me like that. So I was just saying that, maybe if I turn this light on. So yeah, I was just basically saying that that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. I know I'm going to have a thigh lift, but I don't think I'm going to go to DR for my thigh lift. I think that's something I'm going to do here in Louisiana, because there's a great surgeon, probably like 10-15 minutes away from me, and he does some great work. But I've already spoken to him, and his prices are higher. I'm gonna just say that. But I would rather do a thigh lift here, because I know I'm gonna have to first take the time from work to heal, because that's, first of all, a sensitive area, and I just don't want I want it to be the best it can be. And you know, when you get on a plane coming from somewhere else, or you'll risk it's just a higher risk of having complications because you go up in the air, and I'm not gonna lie, you swell up. So when I go back, I am gonna go back to DR because Dr. Patrick St. Louis, he was great. He was a great doctor. He did great with my tummy tuck, my BBL, and stuff like that. I just decided to go to another doctor for my other 2 procedures when I should have just stuck with him. And I really hate that I didn't. And plus, I left earlier than I should have. But that was the reason why I left earlier than I should have, is because my kid's dad was supposed to come and get them, but he ended up not coming to get them. So I didn't want to burden my fiance with that, with just having him, even though he would have been okay and he did help out. I had planned for them to be gone. You know what I'm saying? So I came back earlier than I had to or should have. So yeah, y'all. I really don't care. I know a lot of people feel like, oh, do it the natural way. Do it the natural way. I can do all the weight loss I want naturally. That's not gonna change. That's not gonna change the sagging skin. I don't care what you do. I derma roll. I use retinol. I use collagen. I use all of the things. It's only gonna do so much. So yeah, y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. I'm pulling up to the house. I gotta go in and save the day as always. So I appreciate y'all for listening. Like the video if you like this type of content. You know, like being a mother, being a significant other, and also trying to look and feel your best while doing so. Because I'm blessed. I'm truly blessed, and I thank God for everything that I have and everything He's done for me and will do for me and continues to do for me. I thank God for it. I thank God for all of my children. I thank God for my fiance. I thank God for my family and my friends. I thank God for it all, for the sun and the rain, you know. But I want to feel comfortable in my own skin. And that's what I plan on doing. So, like I said, if y'all like this type of content, just like the video, subscribe. Anybody else who needs a little motivation, just like I need a little motivation, and like we all need a little motivation, just share it with those people. So, I'm home now. Going to save the day. Love y'all.